Sup? So today we have a Gen 5 battle for you lot, and yeah, so before I start I'm just going to say, recently I've had some feedback saying that my Gen 5 battles, the battle videos weren't big enough, so I've tried to zoom in a bit here. I don't know if you can tell, obviously I want you lot to have the better viewing experience, because you know, obviously I want you lot to enjoy my videos, so I hope it's made a difference. Anyway, I have an RU battle against Yus. This was Yus's idea. Only he would come up with something like this because he knows how much I despise RU, and he's not a fan of it himself. So he just thought, since we both hate it, let's just play it. So I couldn't agree more. I just thought, why not? I don't like the Pokemon in RU personally. I think like they're the rejects of Gen 5 in this tier. Like they didn't make it into OU or UU, but for a team together, I think it's a pretty good team. So yeah, let's do this. I'm going to go ahead and lead out with Rotom. He leads out with Manectric. Fun fact is we're both actually specs here, but I didn't know that at the time because he goes for the Volt Switch and does absolutely nothing to me. I quad resist the shout out, but at this point I knew he was choiced. I just didn't know what. I think he was Scarfed. So I'm playing as if he's Scarfed here. And Leaf Storm just does a shit ton of damage on this Gallade, but it wasn't enough to get the KO, so I just thought fair enough. I go into Druddigon and he goes for the Protect. I'm like, Yus, what kind of shenanigans are you up to this time, man? Why are you protecting? He goes for the Will-O-Wisp, and I'm just like, what the shit, man? Like, can these things even get Will-O-Wisp? I didn't even know that's a thing. I take this opportunity, set up Rocks, because that's always good. He doesn't have a Spinner, so that's here for the whole game. Goes for the Wish. I go for the Dragon Claw to get off some damage. I put Dragon Claw over Outrage, which is unfortunate. I kind of regret that now. Here, I predicted him to protect, because anything can happen here. I didn't think he would attack me, but yeah, I just thought, okay, I'll get a safe switch into Rotom, because he's obviously going to protect this turn. So I go into Rotom, and he actually does go for the Drain Punch, and this does so much damage. Like, I honestly don't know why he didn't protect, because I have the Rough Skin ability, so if he was to hit me, he would have taken Rough Skin damage, and I could have maybe KO'd him if I got like a high damage roll or a crit. I don't know, but that was a risky play. I guess it paid off for him. Rotom just got messed up. I go into Quillfish here. The Protect was obvious, so I go into Quillfish to get a layer of spikes. The reason I knew it was going to protect is because I went into Rotom hoping I could maybe trick him, do some sort of shenanigans, get the trick off or something. But I just realized he's just going to scout me. He's just going to Protect scout me. So went into Quillfish, set up a layer of spikes. I'm looking good. This Manectric, I can already assume he has probably 2 electric moves and 1 fire move, plus the switcheroo. So Druddigon can now take anything this Manectric wants to dish out, because Druddigon's crippled at this point. So he sees that I'm crippled, he's trying to play on that. So he brings in Clefable, and the way he brings that in, I can already tell what set he is. Because I was originally going to run this set. My Clefable is not a Carmine set anymore, it was going to be. But his is in fact Carmine. So I hard switch into Emboar because I can't risk it. Thankfully, my prediction was on point, because if he used Thunder Wave or any shit like that on this turn, this Emboar would have got messed up so badly, and I need this Emboar. He's so important in this game. So he's indeed a Carmine set. He's going to have to switch out because Superpower 1-hit KOs easily. The switch into Quillfish was very predictable. I read him like a book, but better safe than sorry. So to go for the Superpower, I have to. I have no choice. Like I said, the play was obvious, but you know, I don't want to misplay badly. So I go for the Superpower. It's damage, end of the day. But now I know I have to get out. So here I'm a bit worried he's going to set up a layer of spikes. I was thinking, should I go into Rotom? But then I thought, nah, you know what? I'm going to go into Slowking because Slowking's not done anything yet. Thankfully, he goes for the Thunder Wave. I was like, thank God, because if anyone's going to be slow, it's going to be Slowking. I mean, it's in his name, for God's sake. So here I know I'm a threat to him. If he wants to set up spikes, feel free. I mean, you're going to take a Side Shock pretty badly. So he switches because he knows he is not going to take a Psychic kick that well. And he goes into his Special Wall here. This is indeed his Special Wall. So I go for the Side Shock. That's actually going to do a lot of damage since it's going for his defense stat over his special defense stat. And I don't know why I thought that would be super effective. Maybe because I'm used to Glade, like, you know, he's a fine type. Anyway, so it's just neutral. He goes for the Wish. Here I predicted he'll do something like that, so he doesn't know, but I carried a Toxic. I went for the Toxic on this turn. Paralyzed, can't do much, like, what can I say? So this turn I thought I won't do that again, just in case he goes for the Protect or something. So this time I go for the Psyshock, thinking he's going to protect. And I don't want him to see that I have Toxic, but in the long run it's not going to matter because he switches into Manectric, and I'm thinking, okay, getting a Side Shock off and this will be great, but nah. I get paralyzed 2 turns in a row. Slowking, what are you doing, man? He's just staring down his opponents. He has no intention of attacking. I don't know what his problem is, but I'm going to get him the hell out because he's just not doing shit for me. And I'm bringing Clefable. This was such a bad play on my end. I could have gone into Rotom to take an electric attack easily, or I could have gone back into Druddigon because that thing can just take electric or fire move like it's nothing. And it's crippled, so I'm trying to sack it at this point. But Clefable just took way more damage than I wanted it to. Like, it took way too much. At this point, this is why I had the feeling he's Specs. He has to be Specs. So I go into Druddigon like I should have done, because I just thought he would Volt Switch possibly. So I didn't want to put this thing in again, and he just does that Clefable bullshit again. So I changed my play up, but it kind of cost me because Clefable is not looking good right now. I wanted Clefable because I have a very different set to use. So yeah, Druddigon's not looking good. Here I could have gone for the Sucker Punch. I do carry the Sucker Punch. I went for Earthquake just in case, because I thought, you know, if he stays in and somehow I hit him, it's going to be super effective. If he switched into Quillfish to try and get a layer of spikes on me, like just because I'm so weak, I'm already burned, plus Intimidate, I just went for Earthquake. For all I know, I might end up creating it, so that didn't work out. I go into Rotom because I know for a fact he's not going to attack me with T-Bolt. Thankfully he does switch out because I predicted this. I did not go for the Leaf Storm. He predicted the Leaf Storm because this Bouffalant has the Sap Sipper ability. So Manectric has Lightning Rod, which boosts special attack 1 stage, and Bouffalant has Sap Sipper, which boosts attack 1 stage when hit by a Grass type. So I did not go for the Leaf Storm. I predicted that play on point. I went for the Thunderbolt knowing this thing was coming in. Unfortunately, I don't kill it. It's living on 1 health. This part just annoyed me. Like, I was like, please don't be Scarfed, yes. Like, I honestly thought for most of the match the Manectric was Scarfed. He outspeeds me and kills me. That's how I knew he was Scarfed. That's unfortunate, but everything has a silver lining, so that tells me that his Manectric is not Scarfed. It is 100% Specs, and that is a really good thing for me to know, because my Emboar is now the fastest thing on my team. Like, it's gonna be the biggest Pokemon right now in this game in order to beat him. So I bring in Emboar because I know how fast I am now, and he brings in Manectric, and this is just great for me because I know for a fact he's not going to do anything. He's scared of me now because if he stays in, I'm going to kill him. So before the battle, I did a change of my move and I put Earthquake on. Originally I had Sleep Talk, but I went for Earthquake. So this turn I went for the Earthquake. If he stays in, it's a kill. But I had a feeling the Quillfish would come in because I mean, it's a decent play, I guess, you know, Intimidate. So unfortunately these hazards are starting to wear him down, and I am going to get off a nice tasty Earthquake on this Quillfish. So I'm going for super effective damage. Either way, stay in, switch out, it was going to be super effective damage. So go for the Earthquake, and at this range it's a 2-8 KO. He still took it pretty decently, if I'm going to be honest. That was pretty decent, but he's not going to be doing much here. So get the second Earthquake off, and yeah. So here he brings in his Sceptile, and I kind of knew he would bring one because I was going to bring one. Sceptile has one of the coolest sets in this tier, I have to admit. I bring in Quillfish because I have to get the Intimidate because I already know what set this is. It's a Sword Stance Flying Gem set, so after he goes for the Aerobatics and gets the boosted Flying Gem, his Unburden ability kicks in. He goes for Earthquake, and that really caught me off guard, so I'm going to paralyze it because I don't want that thing being fast at all. And Earthquake caught me off guard because, like I said, most of them run like Leaf Blade, Drain Punch, Ice Punch, I think. Only some run Earthquake, but it paid off for him, so I go for the Pain Split, get no health back, so I just take this opportunity to go for Spikes because I'm thinking, alright, I'm just going to sack Quillfish because Quillfish's only attack move is Waterfall. So 1 extra layer of Spikes, pretty good. And yeah, he goes for the Acrobatics, kills me off, which is unfortunate because his Unburden kicks in now. And I'm just going to have to use Emboar to kill him because the plan was to bring in Clefable and kill him because my Clefable does carry the Double Edge. And yeah, that's amazing. Like a Clefable with Double Edge. You gotta remember with Magic Guard, it takes no recoil from Double Edge or Life Orb. and this Kefable can hit like a truck. Unfortunately, he's already set up a Calm Mind and he's gonna kill me. I thought maybe I could live, he gets a crit, but I really don't think the crit mad. He himself, he's at +1 and he's a life orb, so that would have done a lot of damage regardless. I bring in this thing because obviously I'm a threat to him, and I'm just gonna get off to superpower. Unfortunately, Kefable couldn't do anything. I was so looking forward to using it. A double-edged Kefable with stab, like apparently it can 1 or 2 shot everything in the RU tier pretty much, so it's unfortunate. But anyway, he brings in Kefable, and he knows because I'm at -1 from killing the Gallade that he can take 1 superpower. He does not take that well, to be fair. Like, he's so low in health, but at this point I just wanted to speed up the game, so I stayed in, just went for the superpower anyway. Luckily that Thunderbolt like didn't crit me or paralyze me. If that Thunderbolt had paralyzed me, I would have been so screwed at this point. He's down to his last Pokemon, and I know at this point I pretty much got the game in the bag because I'm faster. So I'm gonna switch out just to reset my stats. I'm at -3 attack at this point. And he goes for the, look at this, he goes for the Choice Specs Stab Thunderbolt, and I took that as a Slowking. Like, it was super effective. So unfortunately Slowking didn't get to do anything either. He has the Regenerator, and both Slowking and Kefable let me down a little bit. Kefable I would have just loved to see kill something, but I calced it after the battle, and Sceptile would have still been faster than Kefable, because my Kefable was a Brave Nature and his Sceptile had the Unburden boost. So but yeah, Emboar is just going to clean up the game. So that was a fun game, yes. GG. I hope you all enjoyed. Stay tuned, and I'll see you all in the next one.